What's up, everybody? I am leaving work. I did not vlog this morning on the way in, and I've been editing videos all weekend, and you'll see one of the videos I talk about the fact that I had a photo shoot, and it was so long. It was 5.5 hours. I got the pictures last night for me to choose which ones I wanted to have edited. 424 pictures. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was just a lot. I can believe that there were 400 some odd pictures because of how long it took. So, it was just an interesting process. And then once I think I chose 123 pictures out of the 400 and some odd for me to have edited. So we'll see how they came out and how they come out. There were some, I'm just going to be honest with you, that when I was posing, I was thinking to myself, oh, this is going to come out looking so jacked up. But when I saw the picture, I was like, oh my goodness, it came out so pretty. And I was really, really surprised. And I think the reason that I had an issue with it is because of strictly the pose. And I just felt like the way that my body was kind of contorted, you know, it was just gonna look weird. But there was a reason that I had to be bent this way and lean this way and all of that, is because I think that when we pose, or one of the things the photographer said to me, he said that people quite often pose as though they're taking a selfie, not realizing that it makes their head lean too far one way or the other. They wind up making like really weird facial expressions and things like that. And so when they go to take professional pictures, they don't realize that they're doing all these things because they're so used to trying to pose for a selfie, which made perfect sense. So it's just weird. Anyway, I had a good time until I got to the end, and your girl was tired. I was not tired. I was tired. I was so tired. My body was hurting. I truly, truly felt like I was doing yoga because I was having to pose and hold the pose. And oh my gosh, Kodak, let me tell you something. You did the dang thing. Yes, you did. You hooked it up. You good, because that's a long time to have to photograph somebody. And I guess for you it's nothing because that's what you do for a living. But ooh, Lord. And then the funny thing is, the tone in his voice when he's talking to you keeps you calm and unbothered, because, you know, he'll say, lean your head that way, or rotate your shoulder this way, a little more, okay, right there. Hold. I mean, he talked to you the whole time like that, and it's like, how do you maintain all that for 5.5 hours? I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, you did your thing. So shout out to Kodak. Anybody in the Houston area that needs to get your pictures taken, and you will have to contact him if you're not in the Houston area to see if he is willing to travel. I know that he's done shoots on location for various people, but I'm not really sure what the criteria is for that. But if you are in the Houston area, he is right off of Westheimer. I don't have the address. I'll make sure I put it in the video. I'll put it in my video for the photo when I talked about my vlog for the photo shoot. But I'm going to put his logo and his business information in this video as well. And tell him that Toni sent you. Make sure that you mention that I sent you over so that you can get photographed. I know he does. There's another young lady that I was about to do business with, and I needed a headshot. Hadn't had a headshot professionally done before, and what the criteria is, so you'll have to contact Kodak. Kodak will hook you up with the information about for his packages. I'm not saying he's going to give you the hookup. What I am saying is he's going to provide you with the specifics on how his packages work. But once again, make sure you tell him Toni sent you. Yes, contact Kodak to get information, because he does headshots. He does on location shoots. He does in studio shoots. He does, I believe he does videography, but you'll have to contact him to get all that information. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we put his information. We're going to put it right up here, the name of his studio, and then we will I'll put a card in the video showing what all his contact information is with his logo. And then I'll make sure I put a link for his Facebook page. I'm also going to include the information on how to reach him in the description box. So, all right, lovelies. So I just want to know how everybody did today. What did you learn? What lesson did you learn today? For me, it was funny because I came to work singing, and I was just kind of thinking, about what was going to happen today. And y'all excuse me, I just yawned. How things might go. Wasn't anticipating anything. I was just kind of, I guess, daydreaming or whatever. And I started kind of reminiscing, and because of that, I started singing. And so that's pretty much how the day was. Really, I was busy. I had 2 meetings. One of them, after we got in there and got to doing what we were doing, they canceled it because it was only me and one other person, and it technically was supposed to be like 5 or 6 of us, and only 2 of us showed up. So we wound up leaving and just scratching the whole thing and went back to our desk. So it was, it was pretty, it was busy, but it was light. I mean, the mood and everything was pretty light, and I was cool with that. So what I learned today was just really about making sure that I understand what I'm hearing, from people and things like that, and kind of taking my time when I'm having my conversations so that I'm not missing something that somebody is saying. And it's not specifically because something happened today. It's just, I think in general, I have a tendency sometimes that my brain is going 50 miles an hour, or the conversation is moving so fast and things like that, that I have might miss something, mishearing somebody say something, or I hear it but I didn't hear all of it, or something like that. So I'm trying to do better about being a good listener and making sure that I'm contributing to the conversation. So anyway, that is what I learned today. So why don't you share with me what you learned? Drop a note to me in the comments, letting me know what you learned today, letting me know if you felt like that lesson was valuable, or whether it was something that you encountered before and that you just didn't get it. Because the basic principle of life lessons, as I understand it, is that you are doomed to repeat those experiences because you haven't learned the lesson. And so I sometimes, when I find myself in the same situation over and over and over again, I'll say to myself, well, goodness gracious alive, what in the world? That ain't what I say, y'all, but you feel what I'm saying. Yes. I be like, what in the world did I miss the first time? So I be trying to, I try my best to pay close attention to whatever the lesson is, or the situation is, so that I can get the lesson. That way I'm not doomed to repeat it. And so sometimes it's frustrating. You think to yourself, well, God, I done already been through this once before. why am I going through this again? You know, and sometimes it's because you're not paying attention to what your lesson is supposed to be. So now you got to go back through the situation because you have to learn the lesson. And unfortunately, you're going to go through, it may not be repeated back to back, but you're going to go through that same situation over and over and over and over again until you finally get it. So, you know, it's best that you pay close attention when you're dealing with different situations that seem kind of strange to you, or it might give you that deja vu moment. Those are the ones that I stop and I'm like, okay, it's not just deja vu. It's like, okay, seems like we've been here before, you know. Then I start to analyze it and trying to find out, you know, what do I need to focus on and things like that. So just a tidbit of information. I hope it helped. I hope it helped you to be more observant about your life experiences and things like that. Also add in the comments whether you feel like not only have you done this before, but do you think that you're going through this situation again because you didn't learn the lesson the first time? So hopefully you'll get it. I'm really hoping so, because I would hate for you to have to go through something, especially if it's real bad, going through something all over and over again. I know some people, you know, when you're analyzing different situations, will probably say, well, no, you're going through this, you know, not because of your actions, but because of somebody else's actions. That's still relative, because we'll take, for example, bad relationships. You don't go through bad relationships just because people are just bad, or people make bad decisions, or this person happens to be somebody that is of an unsavory character. You're going through the situation because, one, you're attracting that kind of person because of what you're putting out there in the elements. Two, you are attracted to that type of person. Everything is relative. Everything has to do, it starts and it ends with you, because at the end of the day, you don't have to go through certain situations over and over and over again. A lot of times we go through stuff because we're making a bad choice, which is the lesson. The lesson is you have to make a better choice the next time, so you don't keep picking the wrong person to be in a relationship with. So if you're more cognizant, or if you're more observant of the personality type or the traits of a person that you seem to be attracted to, and you pick up on the similarities between the people that you are in the different relationships with. Yeah, so but all you have to do is just really look at the decisions. If you pay attention to the decisions that you're making, and then you look at a pattern, you look for a pattern, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it, whether it's being drawn to the wrong kind of person. It was funny because I was watching somebody's video last night, and this person went all out for their boyfriend, and it was really, to me, it was just like, oh my God, you know, she really, you know, made a huge effort to celebrate this person. And it just seems like he was kind of walking around just like so unbothered, unmoved. She wasn't doing that. What she was doing was making sure that she took a picture of where they were. She took a picture of, you know, all the nice things that she did for him. She took a picture of I'm saying take a picture, but she was recording is what I'm saying. She recorded all of that, and periodically he would wind up in the shot, but sometimes it was kind of intentional. She'd be like, hey babe, how you doing, or whatever, and he would just be kind of with this blank look on his face, like, you know, get the damn. When he noticed that there were gifts, he was just like, you know, and it was just kind of dry. And so I just thought to myself, you know, I'm really hoping that maybe he has an attitude, or whatever the circumstance is, because he's not really want to be on camera, and like behind closed doors or off camera or whatever, that his attitude is much better. Because to me, she put in work when it came to planning everything out the way that she did, and she seems like a genuinely sweet person, and she deserves better than what we were seeing. Because as a person who is an observer in her, to her world, based on what she's showing us, for her sake, it bothered the devil out of me. It did. And I'm just gonna keep it plain. It pissed me off, because I'm like, if I was in the room, I'd be like, what the hell is your problem? What is wrong with you? You know, why do you have to be even if you had to kind of fake it for a second, just, you know, so that she can get some good footage for y'all trip or whatever. And I'm not saying be phony, but I'm saying act like you don't mind being on camera because she's doing all this for you. 2 seconds of your life to just show a little appreciation by being present in everything that's going on. Why does it have to be that you know, got such a funk attitude? Why can't you sacrifice the way that she has sacrificed to you? Because a relationship is give and take. It is one of those situations where, you know, it's two of y'all. So, you know, everything that's going on should be reciprocated. If she's going all out to do for you and make you feel special, you should do the same for her, even if it's just a smile for the camera. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give this person's I don't want to put this person out here and kind of give it away, because it's like if you watch the video then you know exactly who I'm talking about, and I don't want to do her like that because that's her man. I've been married for 28 years and I'm not trying to feel nobody, you know, giving me tidbits about my man. So, but what I am saying is sister to sister, I'm you know, if you watch my video and you happen to see the comments that I'm making, trust and believe I'm not criticizing you, and I'm not criticizing your man like per se. I'm more than what, you know, what he was doing. I just feel like you did so much, and it was just like, is that all you got? That's my rant for today. I'm gonna leave it alone. But anyway, all right, everybody, we all in. Y'all buckled up? It's time to go. What's up, YouTube? Thank you for stopping by my channel. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, love somebody else. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.